Alrighty. Lisa here, Divine Messages 333. I'm going to do a reading on the energy that I've been picking up on, I'd say for probably the better part of a week at least. Energy's been building up, but this past week, a lot of So as I go out, I'm seeing a lot of like physical things that are confirming the energy that I've been picking up on. So if you haven't come by my channel before, welcome. If you have, you may know how I do things. I'll just go over that right now. I have my window open. And it's probably around like traffic, what's it called? Rush hour. Can you be close to rush hour? It's Friday. I encourage you to, there's a full moon tomorrow. What's today? Friday. So tomorrow, Saturday, April 12th, there's a pink moon, full moon. I encourage you to ground yourself, to cleanse your energy, your own energy, and in your environment. The way I do things on my channel, let's just go over that first. Okay, so I read energy, songs, I get downloads, songs downloaded, messages downloaded. I check in with my spiritual team all throughout the day. I probably talk to them more than I talk to humans on a personal level. I work in with the public a lot, so I talk to a lot of humans, although it's not on a personal level, you know. And so I definitely am connected more in the spiritual realm than I am right now with actual humans, because I have cut a lot out of my life and I am allowing more in, but I'm very selective. So I'm vetting people before we are going to get into any type of, contract, whether it's a friendship, partnership, just some type of, ongoing interaction, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, whatever, family included. So the way I do readings, I know a lot of people like to tune into readers that are kind of on a daily schedule, a weekly schedule, doing monthly readings, weekly readings, end of the month, middle of the month, all of that. I may seem very inconsistent to a lot of people. I bring the readings when the energy comes to me and when I'm guided to do so. So I have attempted to do what other readers do, going on a daily schedule, a weekly schedule, and there are times when I am guided to do so, and I am consistent with that. And then other times, I am guided to focus more on what's going on in my life, and whether it's projects, work, having to relocate, whatever. So that's how I do this channel. And if you like the energy I bring and you are all right with that, I encourage you to check out other readers. I listen to other readers as well. And I get a lot from them, for my own confirmation, things like that. But it's just not, that's just not what I'm being led to do at this time, is, do that kind of daily, weekly, monthly schedule. So I'm just not going to promise things that I'm not being guided to deliver at this time. But what I do get is I get messages. Like I said, I get messages all the time. And so what you probably would see more consistently is if you go to the community section of my channel where I post, I do posts. So I will take a lot of pictures on my phone, and then I upload them in a post. And sometimes I may encourage you to tap into your own intuition and get your own reading from that. Pick up the energy from that yourself, because that's what I'm being told to pass on. Other times I am very strongly given a message, and so that is what I will pass on to you, is the message from the items that I see. So I encourage you to open your mind wider than your eyes. And as you're out and about, you're just walking down the street, you're walking through a building, you're, in the mall, you're at someone's house, whatever. Open your eyes, open your mind. There are things all around you. Well, you're sitting in the dentist's office, the doctor's office, you're waiting for some kind of appointment or something like that. You might see something on the wall. You might overhear something in the distance. Someone, people might pass by you, and you might pick up just a few words of a conversation. I take all of those things. Those are messages, and I listen to them. And sometimes they're messages for later on, and they don't really. What I get is there was something about that, but it's like I'm just collecting little pieces. And then later on, it could be months, it could be days, weeks, it could be hours later, the message may come in as more like complete, or it might actually become a message, because at the time I'm just getting little pieces, and it's not making much sense to me. I guess I'm not seeing how things fit together, but later on, and like I said, it could be months later on, and then it's like I see something, I hear something, something comes to me, and then what I get is I remember back, 3 months before, and it's just like boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden, I understand now. Oh, now I'm supposed to bring this to the collective. So if you have followed me up to this point, thank you. And let's start with some of the energy that I've been picking up with, okay? So, for some people, there is a decision that is going to be, if it hasn't already, I feel like it has come into your atmosphere, it has come in to your world, but there's a decision that's been like coming, and you may have felt like you've already made the decision. It could even be reluctantly, hesitantly, but maybe you've come to this decision, you think you have, and it maybe hasn't been sitting right with you. Okay, because you're going to be getting more information. Some of the information you're going to be getting could be from this video. Could be confirmation of some things that's going to bring you to an ultimate decision. Maybe it's not going to be from this video. Doesn't matter. But if you're following me right now with what I'm saying, if you know, you know. Okay. If you don't understand anything I'm talking about right now, then this may not be for you. That's okay. Pardon the loud noises outside, the traffic and stuff like that. I just really need some fresh air in here, as fresh as it can be for bringing in pollution, whatever. So I'm in the middle of a post right now, putting out a post. I'm probably going to add in that post the link to this video, just so that whether you came across the video or you come across the post with the link to this video, you'll be able to maybe see some of the photos that I'm talking about. So let's just start with the post. In the last more than a week, but it's been building, and so it's been like in the last week I've seen at least five to six different areas, clumps of I don't know, weave, fake hair. At least one time I do believe it was real hair. That's a photo that's going to be in the post, and it's I found it in actually the building I live in today, right before I started this video. Clumps of hair. Okay, so there are photos, fake hair for the most part. If you have been suspecting someone may be doing some spell work on you, this is not going to resonate for everyone, the spell work part, but I feel like, especially with social media, a lot more people are experimenting with, spells and hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft, sorcery, dark magic, manifesting. Okay, manifesting is a big word people are throwing around. It's not a new thing, but people have been talking about it a lot. Now, some of the manifesting is for our own purpose, our own goals, things that we want to attain, our desires, and some of it is to block others from their goals and desires and what they are manifesting for themselves, their life purpose. There are some people, excuse me, I'm trying not to yawn. There are some people that are trying to block what you have coming and what you are working on. And just your energy, your resilience, your determination, and so that is what I've been picking up with finding all this hair, okay? The first time I saw it, I was walking down the street, and it almost looked like it was sticking out of the sidewalk, and I walked around today to see if I could come across that actual clump in that area again, and I couldn't find it. We've had rain and snow in the last week, so it, probably just got whatever, moved from the weather. But I came across 3 more today. So, and those are the pictures that I posted today. Like I said, one was in my building. I do believe that's probably real hair. It's in my building. One I think was like sitting on a brick wall, and the other was like in some leaves. And the first time I saw it, like I said, it was like coming out, it looked like it was coming out of the sidewalk. Immediately, I got the whole, dark magic vibe from it. And I'm not saying that what I have come across has been used as that. No, it's probably, I don't know, someone, part of their weave came out or something, or their, I don't know, whatever. That doesn't matter. It's the energy around what I am seeing, what I am hearing, and the message that comes to me, okay? Then later what I do is I'll do like reading with cards on my own, and it just confirms everything that I'm talking about or that I'm picking up, okay? So, as I'm looking down right now, one of the decks I have, you see how these hands, I'm hearing Reiki. You may want to, if you know Reiki, if you know anyone that does Reiki, you may want to receive, be open to that. You can even find that on YouTube. My throat was not doing this yesterday. It wasn't doing this earlier today. I think that what I'm speaking of, that energy does not want this message conveyed. And I'm drinking coffee, and excuse me, I'm still getting this scratchiness in my voice. So it's interesting that this is something warm that should soothe it, and it's not really doing that. Okay. Someone is jealous. There is a lot of chaos going on. There's a lot of chaos going on around. I don't really want, I feel like it's not like, I'm hearing storm. Okay. I feel like this chaos is going around your energy. Okay. So I feel like there are people tapping into your energy. They may be at a distance. You may be actually sticking to yourself. You may be sticking to yourself more right now. You could be busy. I feel that you're not, you could have people around you, but I don't really feel like you're engaging a lot with people. Although you have this powerful energy. And I feel that your energy is very attractive at this time to people for different reasons. Therefore, they are tapping into your energy, okay? They're tapping into your energy. I'm realizing right now I picked up a deck that I meant to pick up a different deck, so I'm probably going to try to remember where it's at. I'm going to grab a different deck. Yeah, let me go do that right now. So, and you could be feeling very drained because these people are tapping into your energy so much. Um, I'll say too that for my readings, I do a lot of, if you go to my channel, most of my readings are shorts, and when I do longer videos, longer readings, they tend to go on for more than 30 minutes. So, bear with me, because I don't just read the cards. I also work with more oracle than I do tarot. Although I do have tarot decks, because and I've wondered why that is. I think that's because I'm picking up the energy as well, and so I just feel like, and like I said, I really tap into all these signs that are around me, and I feel like it just kind of speaks to me more. I don't know, it's just easier for me to pull things. I feel like we're on the same kind of page, the oracles. So, there is incoming communication, but I feel like you're going in two different directions. Okay? And remember, I was just saying that there's like a lot of people, and you're very attractive for different reasons. So they're watching. But you are focused on something else. You're focused not on the people around you. You're focused on something else. I feel like you are ascending and you're getting better at communicating. The reason I say that are these little arrows here on his jacket, and they're going upward, and they're blue, okay? I also feel like you are grounded, and these are going around your throat chakra, the neck, the scarf. But you may have been looking at something and kind of blinded, or rose-colored glasses. You may have been looking at something with rose-colored glasses, and someone else has a different idea. So, like, you're going in two different directions, or you're not on this. I'm here, like, you're not on the same page, or you're not in alignment. You don't have the same, like, goal. I keep hearing flying south or going south. Something's going south. What I'm getting from that is something someone had planned on is going south. Not working out, I'm hearing. Not working out. Just a second here. Okay. I have to be mindful of the time. I've been working a lot lately, so I am picking up a shift, and I'm not excited about that. A few weeks ago, let's say within the last month, going back a month, a few weeks ago, so mid to end of March, I was seeing so many black squirrels, having black squirrel sightings. Okay, it could have been the same couple black squirrels. I know that there were probably at least 3 different ones, because one day I saw 3 in the same day in a short amount of time, like within an hour, hour and a half or something, but they were all in different places. So definitely wasn't the only like one squirrel I was seeing. But these squirrels, these black squirrels, and on my channel I also do nature readings. So the nature, I am in tune with nature and like animals and stuff, so I will get messages from that, and those are under Nature Speaks shorts. For the most part they're shorts, so you can find those too if you're interested. But and they must probably seem very obscure to people, but if you're interested, you're interested, and if you know, you know. Otherwise, it's just gonna really go over your head. But these black squirrels were telling me that a lot of hard work was coming. There was going to be a lot of hard work up ahead, and you would receive a lot of abundance. You would receive a lot of rewards. So you may be enjoying the fruits of your labor, but you are still putting in hard work right now. And more is to come. More is to come. I've also, in the last few weeks, especially like the last 2 weeks, it's tapered off a little bit this week, although it's still happening, finding so many coins. So many, like pennies, dimes, quarters, nickels, so change, okay? Just, I mean, it was like happening daily, multiple times a day. Sometimes at the end of the night, I would collect and I'd get like, random coins that would add up to like, anywhere from 9 to over, 30 cents, which, I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, ooh, whoops. It's not about how much. The number could mean stuff certain times, but what it was telling me is that financially, people, if this message is for you, or if you've been experiencing this, you're going to start doing better financially, okay? Material wise, financially, your hard work is going to literally be paying off. So good. That's very good. I do feel like this magic, this, at the very least, if you want to just call it, these people projecting, like wanting you to not succeed, wanting you to have, I'm hearing roadblocks, challenges, obstacles, stop them in their tracks, slow down. If you, that they're just projecting, like, or they're hoping, they want this for you, okay? So maybe they're not practicing or experimenting, with candles and spells and, I'm hearing words, something with words, the way they're wording things. Again, manifesting. Someone's trying to manifest, instead of them just working on themselves and their own, like goals and their own. I'm hearing prosperity, their own, but I feel like it's rather than them focusing on themselves, it's almost like they're putting that off to the side, and they almost like, what I'm getting is like, if they can focus on your downfall or putting up roadblocks for you that will help them succeed. I hear overpower. What I'm getting is like, rather than them put the work in for themselves, they'd rather just stop you, slow you down. Kind of like if you're in a race with someone or you're in some kind of competition, if you can, I'm seeing, if you know, you probably have to be a certain age, but back in I think it was maybe the 80s, 90s, I don't remember exactly when. Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, they were ice skaters, figure skaters in the Olympics, and Nancy Kerrigan was physically attacked and struck in the knee right before they were going to compete, and I don't remember who got the gold medal, but I don't remember how that turned out, but it was the whole sorry. Be mindful of people also wanting to know what's going on with you, wanting to know what you're doing. It was meant to slow her down. It was meant to basically pull her out of the competition. And why? Because they're threatened. That's basically what it is. They don't feel confident in themselves. They don't have the assurance in themselves. They don't have the esteem. And so it's like your competition and you need to be eliminated, period. Okay? I have also been seeing so many feathers. Now, yes, it is springtime. Yes, the birds are out and all of that. I get it. But the amount of feathers I have been seeing, it also goes along with the coins. I take these as signs of protection, spiritual protection. So you are heavily spiritually protected right now because you are held in high regard in the spiritual realm. Give thanks to your guides, your ancestors, your guardians in the spiritual realm. If you have had any type of jewelry or anything that you consider as like spiritual protection break, go missing, things like that, some people may take that as like this bad omen, like they're not protected, but actually you can shift that, you can alchemize that energy that you're putting out, like this fear, this worry, this dread, this concern, and you can look at it a different way, that it's not needed, it's not necessary for your protection. You are just protected, okay? Because you've been doing the right things, you've been doing better things, you've been learning lessons, you've been open to learning lessons. When you get knocked down, you get right back up. And if that direction wasn't working for you, you understood that and you said, "Oh, right, I will go this way." And for that, you are definitely held in high regard. Continue to do that. Continue to stay true to yourself. I'm being told to pull another card. Visualize success. See yourself doing well in the situation and have faith in a positive outcome. Right. Absolutely. Where is the... Okay. Like I was saying before with this guy. Also, he's up in the sky. Okay. I'm hearing the heavens. I don't literally mean like heaven, like, you know, like in a religious context, but I mean like the divine, or, you know, you can even think of it as the universe, whatever your belief is. I'm hearing like you're one of us. You may even this communication, the messages may be coming from, you may be receiving downloads yourself, messages yourself. These can also be your guides, ancestors, guardians watching over you, and some of them look kind of amazed, shocked at how well you're doing because you're so focused. Look at the body language. I feel like you're a pilot right now. You're going in a different direction. You don't go with the crowd. You forge your own path. You make your own way. Someone feels you should tread lightly. Like you're supposed to. Someone feels like you're supposed to be careful. They want you to feel like you can't do it. This is projection. That's how they feel. Because they are not confident. They don't believe in themselves enough to go against the grain, to go against the crowd. They don't believe in that, and they are projecting that onto you. And as I'm saying that, I'm holding this card like this. And you see how the divine is, you're in tune. And they're protecting you as you are moving forward. I feel like you're even moving toward, you might be moving in a spiritual direction. So that's for some people. You may have a path that is kind of more spiritual. A goose is significant as well. Let me look at something real quick. So, yes, okay, so you might be, there may be teamwork, leadership. You may have been promoted recently, or there could be issues with team, or you could be a good team player, a good member of the team. You may be on a team that's kind of the underdog right now, and you've been brought on as a leader. You may be a leader of a team. Some people may want you to lead their team, something like that. You're very adaptable. There's something to do with community. You may be part of a new community, or a community that is seeking a leader. You may be leading a community at this time. But let's see what's going on with this. I'm guided to what's the tea. So what does the collective need to know regarding all that I'm bringing right now? Oh, all right. So someone is making fake accounts so that they can get access and look you up, because they want things to go their way. So they're going to be forceful. They want to get what they want. They're forcing things on you. This could have to do with what I was saying about you having to make a decision. So they could be spying on you through social media. And as they're doing that, trying to kind of learn about you so that they have an upper hand, I'm hearing. So they have an upper hand. We've got a cell phone and a laptop here. This could be someone that you're in some type of conflict with. We have the gloves, boxing gloves here. Someone that you're in conflict with. Could be a masculine energy. And it doesn't mean it's a male, but it could be someone who's more, that could be masculine in appearance, or they could just be in their masculine energy. They could also be having other people do some of this stuff. So because we have a feminine, we have a woman here, and this could be multiple people doing this. They could be working together. They could be kind of working as a team. And for this, they will have bad karma for a long time. They will have bad karma for a long time. They also want you to have bad karma for a long time. My fingers are like doing this, and they are definitely creeping. So they're spying. They could even, for some people, they could even be in your environment, and you are wise. You've also wised up to the fact that they are creeping. This person is clout hungry. They'll say anything, do anything. They'll make up stuff. And they're also dramatic. They don't have to be all of these things, but they may also change their appearance. So, because I'm hearing shapeshifter, so they may change their appearance. They're holding a grudge. There could be a third party. There could be someone, a feminine energy, who is trying to get in between you and someone else and posing as a feminine, a divine feminine. But I'm hearing they can't hold a candle to you. They can't hold a candle to you. something about a flame. This could be an old flame, someone that you may have had feelings for, maybe not have been in a relationship with, but someone you had feelings for, and they're trying to get in the middle of that. Someone's holding a grudge. Why does the collective need to know this? Why does the collective need to know this? What is the importance? Why do they need to know this? Because someone's trying to give you some money. This could be someone who also says that they're spiritual. It could also be a gift. They might be trying to offer something as a gift. If it's not money, it could be something tied to money. It could be something, it could be something tied to money. I'm hearing contract, some type of contract. Why does the collective need to know this? Why do they need to know this? Here we have gloves again. Okay, this is interesting because in this picture here with the forcer, you don't see the person's face. So it's like their identity is hidden. And then here you do see a face, okay? So again, you have a man and you have a woman. These could be two people working together, or this could be someone pretending to be someone else, and then their identity is going to be revealed. Or these two are working together and someone's trying to keep their identity secret and the other one's going to be exposed. Arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. Right, you are someone's competition. You are someone's competition. And they want to eliminate you. Because if they can eliminate their competition, then they believe they're clout hungry, they'll be the star. I'm hearing, you can't be the star, I'm the star. Thief, robbed, loss, theft, physical or emotional. Yes, they want to take what's meant for you. Again, we have a man and a woman. It looks like they're meeting up to talk about something, to discuss something. A man and a woman. And again, you don't see the guy, you don't see the male's face, but you do see the woman. So there may be a team, people are teaming up to work against you. Okay, we have hooked and in their head on the bottom, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Yeah, I feel like somebody is acting like they're a spiritual person because we have this giving money and then we have this other person here and there are bracelets in there. And this is like, just kind of cliche, like, spiritual people wear these bracelets with beads and stuff like that. They're definitely stressed, hooked. And then we have this grudge holder. So someone may think fondly of you, but I don't feel like there's anything, I don't feel like anyone's really approaching you in a way, like in a romantic way. They might just, be fond of you. I It doesn't mean that they have like a crush on you or something. That could be why that person doesn't want their identity known, because you may also feel fondly of them. But the other person, the feminine energy, definitely doesn't care if you know who she is. Because look at all the feminine faces we have here. We have these feminine faces, and we have this one. Okay, so the feminine does not care. Feminine doesn't care if you find out who they are. Doesn't have to be a man, but I feel like for a lot of people it is like there is a female involved. There isn't the moon in this picture, but I'm just getting moonlight, and there is like a pink streak here. It might look white on camera, but it's like a pink tone to it. So it could be something coming up. They might be wanting to work on under the full moon that's coming tomorrow, the pink moon. Why does the collective? Yeah, again, an offer. There's an offer. Now, see, I was telling you, it doesn't necessarily have to be money. Somebody might also say, let's meet up. Let's meet up and talk about this offer. Or they might be trying to offer you. Be careful of what you're being offered as far as beverages, food, things like that. I personally don't. If you ask me, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't drink it. I wouldn't eat it. Yeah, someone's fishing for comments. They might be looking up to see who's been commenting. And then I have this too. I didn't realize this was sitting here from the same deck. Carless, no car, repo, car issues. So you may hear about someone that has car issues. Again, there's 3 of them there. So it could be people together working as a team. We did see in the thief card that these 2 people look like they're meeting up and they're in a car. Someone's in a car. So you have this going on. Okay, someone could be looking at your comments on social media, trying to learn about you, trying to see, who's been commenting, or if you comment on things on social media. But why? Okay, well, an offer. So there's an offer. This is you're supposed to know this because somebody's talking crap about you, but they're trying to make it. These are all like flowers, and they're gold lips. This could be someone who's a narcissist. Because of the golden mirror, has something associated with a narcissist. Time could be running, as I say that, here's running. This could be a water sign. Again, it's a female, feminine energy. You could be running from a water sign. Someone could be a water sign. Someone could live near the water. You could be a runner, just like you actually run, but something to do with running. I was going to, and look at this. Look at this. Both of these 2, the male and the female again. Okay. They could both be running. Someone or some situation is played out. This one doesn't have her eyes open. So I feel like she's running away from, I'm hearing what she's done. I'm hearing also running from the law. And in this picture, you have the female back here. There's definitely multiple people working together. Definitely. Male and female, or masculine, feminine energies, for sure. Why are they doing this? The reason you need to know is because there's an offer being made or has been made. There's a decision that you need to make. There is a decision that you need to make. You may have felt like you already made it. You may be reassessing a decision. You may be going in a different direction. Where is that? You may be going in a different direction. You may be choosing to go in a different direction. And people are going to be shocked. Yeah, someone's trying to look for dirt on you, or you're looking up dirt on them. They could be doing that through social media, trying to wasting time, stuck, no changes, limited. What I was going to say before about running, I feel like someone's running out of time. Like, I'm looking at the clock because I gotta get going for work, but that's what I was gonna say. Someone's time may be running out. Someone may be running out of time. Someone may be running out of time. Or there's some type of a deadline. There's some type of a deadline. And someone's definitely fake. It's probably the feminine energy. Definitely fake. What was I saying before? Somebody's really fake. And see, look, here we got the wall of flowers. We got this wall of flowers, but they're actually talking crap. But they're smiling in your face and talking behind your back. Oh. Cock blocking. What did I say before? Someone's trying to get in the middle of possibly a divine union or some type of partnership, something that they're all upset about because they're like the odd man out. They're like the third wheel. So, what advice, because I do have to be mindful of the time, what advice do you have for the collective? Number 44, horseshoe, good luck. You are protected from negative energy and granted good fortune. That's what I was saying. So it's just confirmation. Yay! On the bottom, Lakshmi. Lakshmi pours abundance, prosperity, and auspiciousness over you. I believe those are lotus. Yes, the lotus flower. Okay. Ankh. The Ankh offers the key to insights and blessings for the future. You may be seeing this symbol if you're someone who watches other readings. You may be seeing it or hearing about it in other readings as well. This is reminding me of this card. sorry. Let's see, where is it? This card here, where the sky, see, we got the, like, look, we got the stars. It's like the same colors, and then I told you about the pink, and then we have this pink color here. So yes, I feel like something during the full moon, it's going to be in Libra, and it's the pink moon. It's tomorrow, April 12th, April 12th, 2025. Let's see if there's anything else you need to know. Mediumship. You have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. You may be having dreams about people who have passed. See how she kind of looks like she's sleeping? That's interesting because last night I had a dream. Well, I woke up this morning. My mom, my mother, who passed, was in my dream, and there was like this paranormal stuff going on in the house we used to live in. Both my parents were in there, but my father isn't passed away, but he has Alzheimer's, and you know, they say with Alzheimer's, dementia, people can kind of be in both the spirit realm and here. They can be in the 5D and the 3D, like at the same time. So it was interesting. Crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps with your present situation. And her wings are pink. So what I'm getting right now is if you have crystals, or you work with crystals, or you've been thinking about getting crystals, and you have them, like, say you have them already or whatever, charge your crystals tomorrow under the pink full moon. Did you hear that horn? Confirmation. And get out into nature so that you can raise your vibration. See how she's reaching her arm up so that you can raise your vibration. And if you are on a spiritual path, do things that will raise your frequency. Frequency is different than vibration. Do things that will raise your frequency, because at times that are challenging, if your frequency is raised, but your vibration, you're challenged with keeping it high, you'll be okay, because your frequency, you have been, you know, think of it as like kind of if your frequency was a piggy bank and you were keeping it full of, you know, change, and then, you know, you were coming on hard times, you still have money to work with, but, you know, you're getting real low, but you know you've got that backup. And so you're not broke. You just don't have to, you know, so because you've got that piggy bank full of that change, you're not broke, you know. So it's kind of a weird, like analogy or example, but if you are not that clear on frequency and vibration, I'm just getting the nudge to encourage you to look into that and learn about the differences and how you can work on raising both, but they are not the same. They are not interchangeable, okay? Any last thing? God box. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. And if you don't like that term, a God box, you can call it whatever you want. But it's just releasing so you're not hanging on to it. So it's not weighing you down. On the bottom, throat chakra. What was I saying when we first started with that card with the little guy in the airplane thingy? I said his scarf is around his neck, and I was talking about the throat chakra. Throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Yes. That is something that I have been getting to as speaking up. Speaking up for yourself, not allowing others to speak for you. You may have done that in the past, allowing others to kind of speak for you, or if they kind of put something out there, you just kind of didn't really like speak up to correct them, or to add your input. Well, what was I saying though? I was saying with these arrows that you've been working on your communication, and it's been elevating your communication's been improving. That's what I started out saying. So I hope you got something out of this. I feel like I'm kind of cutting it a little short, and for some people, the way I do readings, it may feel like it's all over the place, but if you got something out of it, that's all it was really. That was the intention, that was the purpose, for me to be used as a messenger to bring these things. Sometimes, it's not all wrapped up in a pretty little bow and a story, but I'm guided to bring them, and I do the best with what I am told to do. And yeah, I do have a deal right now going on for readings, so it's 50% off of my listed prices. You can go to the description or bio underneath this title, and it will show you my prices, how to contact me, all of that stuff, and whatever's listed, it's 50% off of that price for readings. So what I do is I will send you the link to your video, and anyone who has that link, if you share it with someone, they will be able to see it, but that's where you will find it will be a YouTube link to find your message. If you're interested, get a hold of me, and we will move forward to bring you, the message for you. Check out my community page, like I was saying, the different playlists I have. I do have a lot of messages through music, which is, I'm just going to put these down, because these people don't need any more, they're clout hungry and they don't need any more attention. But I do bring a lot of messages through music, so a song will come to me and I pull cards to the song and it brings the message together. Again, some people may feel like it's very obscure, but if you know, you know, and you will know if that is for you, because you will, what I get is you will, it's something where it's just like you just know that that was for you. It's something you could feel it kind of like a physically, or it could feel just like a solid, like when I'm seeing like when a dart hits the bullseye, it's like, yes, I know that was for me type of thing. So all the readings are timeless. They're meant for you whenever you come across them. Very few readings I have actually have like dates, and I wouldn't even pay attention to that if they do. It's just, I don't know if you just heard my dog, but somebody's choked up. They might have problems expressing what they want to express, or they might be holding back. They might want to say more than they're actually saying, or they're trying to get others to hold back communicating. Okay, because that I was hearing rope, but that scarf looks very tight, and almost like if somebody was over here pulling it, like it could be someone, part of their family or part of their team, that these people might not be grounded, but it's like somebody's trying to control the communication, or control the information. Okay, so I will let you go. I feel like I want to bring a longer message to you, but I do have to go. I keep picking up the cards. But don't worry, you are protected. You are highly favored. You're held in high regard, and it's all working in your favor. So until next time, guys, we will see you later.